Let's talk about something that I think is on a lot of our minds. How do we walk confidently when the ground under our feet isn't, well, perfect? And look, this isn't about limiting where you go. Not at all. It's about giving you the tools to navigate the world safely so you can keep your confidence and your independence with every single step you take.
I mean, you know that split-second feeling, right? You're just walking along and all of a sudden a cracked sidewalk or maybe a grassy slope makes the ground feel like it just shifted. It's that tiny little heart-skipping wobble of uncertainty. And hey, it happens to absolutely everyone. So today, we're going to turn that moment of concern into a moment of complete control.
So why can a path you've walked 100 times suddenly feel like a brand new challenge? Well, first, and this is really the most important thing I'll say, I want you to know this is not some kind of personal failing. It's a completely natural part of how our bodies work over time, and honestly, understanding it is incredibly empowering. So let's break down what's really going on.
Now, what's really interesting here is that none of these things happen in a vacuum, Our body's internal sense of balance might shift just a little bit. Our joints might not be quite as limber. Our reaction time to a surprise dip in the pavement, it slows down just a fraction of a second. And our vision, which is so key for judging distance, that changes too. It's the combination of all these small, natural changes that really makes the difference. Recognizing that is the first step to actively working with your body, not against it. Okay, so now that we get the why, we can get to the really powerful part, the how. We're going to start building our strategy literally from the ground up with 2 foundational adjustments you can make that will immediately, and I mean immediately, improve your stability.
This slide just lays it out so perfectly. Over on the left, you've got the unsteady path, rushing, which leaves zero room to correct a misstep, often paired with shoes that have absolutely no grip. But then, look to the right, the stable path. This is a choice. It's all about intentionally slowing your pace, giving yourself that precious time to react, and wearing shoes with good traction that basically grip the ground for you. So the key takeaway here is that moving from one path to the other, that's a simple, conscious decision you can make every single time you head out the door.
All right, foundation is set. Now let's get active. Beyond just your shoes and your pace, we can actually engage our body's own incredible systems to create stability while we're on the move. Think of these as your built-in stabilizers, and all you have to do is remember to flip the switch and turn them on. So here they are, the 2 most powerful actions you can take. First up, engage your core. It's not about doing a crunch, it's just a slight tightening of your stomach muscles. That little action pulls your center of gravity in, creating a solid anchor for your whole body. Second, use your eyes like radar. Instead of looking down at your feet, scan the ground about 10 feet ahead. This sends advanced intel to your brain, which then prepares your body for what's coming. It's literally the difference between reacting to a problem and preventing it from ever happening in the first place.
So we've tuned up our bodies, now let's tune into the world around us. Being smart and strategic about how we interact with our environment, well, that's the next layer of safety. These are just simple habits that can totally slash the risk, whether you're walking to the car or exploring a beautiful new park.
Just think of this as your pre-walk safety check. If there's a handrail, it's not just for decoration. It's a tool for stability. Use it. When you can, try to plan your walks in the daylight when it's just plain easier to see any potential hazards. And this last one, avoiding distractions, well, in our modern world, this has become the most important rule of all. Because this is it. This is the single biggest distraction we all face. That little glowing screen in our hand, it just pulls our brain and our eyes right away from the path ahead. Truly, one of the most powerful safety habits you can build is to just put the phone away, take a breath, and simply look up at where you're going. As we bring all these pieces together, I really want to refocus on the ultimate goal here. Because none of this, not slowing down, engaging your core, looking up, none of it is about restriction. These are not rules, they are tools. And they're tools that unlock the real prize. The freedom to move through the world with confidence and with joy.
I absolutely love this quote from the source because it just nails the mindset perfectly. This isn't about building walls of fear around yourself. No way. It's about building a solid foundation of awareness and preparation, which actually allows you to step out into the world more freely, not less.
And this right here, this is why it all matters so much. Just think about the ripple effect. A small adjustment, like wearing better shoes, prevents a stumble. Preventing stumbles protects your joints from injury. Protecting your joints builds your physical confidence. And that confidence, that's what safeguards your independence for years and years to come. These tiny habits have a massive positive impact on your quality of life.
So, let's make this real, right now. You don't have to overhaul everything all at once. Just think about one thing from our talk today. What is the one small change you can commit to on your very next walk? Maybe it's just putting on your walking shoes instead of slippers to get the mail. Or maybe it's keeping your phone in your pocket until you get to that park bench. That one small choice is the first step onto a safer, more stable, and way more confident path forward.
You know, we like to think we know our bodies pretty well, right? But what if they're sending out these little signals, these clues that we're just missing, especially as we get older? Something huge changes kind of behind the scenes. How well we absorb nutrients. So that healthy diet you've been rocking for years, it might not be cutting it anymore. Today, we're gonna put on our detective hats and learn how to decode those signals. So let's just start with a really direct question. What is your body trying to tell you, like right now? Seriously, think about it. That little ache, that feeling of being just constantly drained, these aren't just random things happening. They're messages. And learning to read them, that's an absolutely crucial skill. And right here, this is probably the most important mindset shift you can make. It's so easy to just write off feeling tired or sore as, well, I guess this is just getting older. But that is not the whole story. The bottom line is, we've got to start treating these feelings like valuable data, like actual signals that something needs our attention. Okay, so let's get our investigation started by identifying the clues. And a lot of them are incredibly subtle, which is exactly why they get overlooked so often. First up, persistent fatigue. And let me be really clear here. I'm not talking about feeling tired after a long day. We all get that. This is different. This is that deep, nagging exhaustion that a good night's sleep just doesn't touch. It's when low energy becomes your new and very unwelcome normal. The next clue is a physical one. Maybe you've noticed it's a little harder to open that pickle jar, or you're getting those awful sudden leg cramps way more often. That kind of unexpected weakness or cramping is a classic signal that your body is missing a key building block for its muscles. And this is where the detective work really gets going. When you put all of these little clues together, that nagging fatigue, the muscle issues, and hey, even things like brittle nails or just taking forever to recover from a walk, you start to see a pattern emerge, don't you? They're all these small individual signs that might be pointing to a much bigger mystery. All right, we've gathered the clues from the scene. Now it's time to line up the usual suspects. And in our case, the suspects are some of the most common nutrient deficiencies out there. Let's see how they connect back to the evidence we found. Okay, check this out. This is where it gets really interesting, because we can pretty much link the evidence directly to a culprit. Remember that persistent fatigue we talked about? Bam! Low iron is a primary suspect. Those aches and that general low energy feeling, that could very well be a lack of vitamin D. And the muscle weakness and cramps, that points a big finger right at low magnesium. Even B vitamins can get in on the action, causing low energy and sometimes even balance issues. But hold on, every good mystery has a twist, right? And in our health investigation, there's a master of disguise that can fool even the sharpest detectives among us. It's something we all forget about: simple dehydration. Now, just look at this comparison. It's kind of wild, isn't it? The symptoms of nutrient deficiency on the left, fatigue, muscle weakness, aches, are practically identical to the symptoms of dehydration on the right, fatigue, muscle cramps, that general feeling of just being off. This is such a critical piece of the puzzle because sometimes the simplest solution, just drinking more water, might be the one we're totally overlooking. So we've got the clues, we've got the suspects, and we've even got a surprising plot twist. So how do we actually crack the case for our own health? Let's move into the solution phase and build a real actionable plan. Here it is, your 4-step plan to take charge. First, it all starts with your plate. You gotta focus on balanced meals that are packed with a variety of nutrients. Next, make hydration a non-negotiable part of your day. Remember what a trickster it can be. Third, and this is so important, schedule those regular checkups. Your doctor can run tests and get you definitive answers, not just guesses. And finally, number 4 brings it all full circle. You have to truly commit to listening to your body's signals. And listen, the reward for cracking this case, it's huge. By addressing these needs, you're not just getting rid of a few annoying symptoms. You are actively building up your strength, your endurance, and really your overall comfort and quality of life every single day. So what's the ultimate takeaway from all of this detective work? It's that you have the power to completely reframe your relationship with your own health. It's about shifting from being a passive passenger to being a proactive, curious, and really attentive health detective. If you take away just one single thing today, let it be this right here. This idea, it changes everything.
Those feelings of fatigue and soreness are not a life sentence. They're a conversation. Your body is talking, and now you have a much better idea of how to listen and what it might be saying.
And that brings me to my final question for you. Now that you're armed with all this new info, what's the very first signal you're going to start paying closer attention to? Give it some thought, because that simple act of just listening is the first, most powerful step you can take to feeling better.